Hello, disc golf fans from around the world, and welcome to the Disc Golf Network's production of the 2022 European Open. I am Jeremy Colling, joined by Nate Perkins, and we are here in Nokia, Finland for this wonderful major.
Hey Jeremy, it's the 10th edition of the European Open, the 6th time that we've played this major here at the Beast, and we are getting right into it here. What do we got on hole one, Jeremy?
322-foot par 3 straight through the triple mandatory. They've added this wonderful new television to the right side of the tee, so as your disc flies down the hill out of sight, you get to see the results right there in front of you. We've got the crowd right behind you. It is a spectacle. Let's get into the action.
Yeah, we've got a dream card today, Jeremy. We've got Paul McBeth. We've got Eagle McMahon. We have not seen him play since back in April when he walked off the course at Jonesboro. We've got the European champion, Niklas Antilla.
World champion, 3-time and reigning United States disc golf champion, 5-time and reigning European Open champion, representing Team Discraft and USA, Paul McBeth!
There's a lot to say when you call it Paul McBeth's name. This man's won it all. Speaking of won it all, he has won this event 5 times in a row here at the Beast. He is the Beast. It is a good combination when your name is the name of the course. Most players are going to be going mid-range off the tee or putter.
Yeah, Paul is going buzz here.
And look at that little nose up. Oh, that is so good. That's exactly how you'd like to start.
Next to tee, representing Team Discmania and USA, Eagle McMahon!
Like you said, we haven't seen Eagle much at all this year with his injury. He has decided to play just major events. He is planning on playing this event, Worlds in the US DGC.
Wow, that's news to me.
He is just really trying to focus on rehabilitation. 0 forehands. He's going all backhand today. And this is a really early tee shot. Look at that break, getting through everything and into the bullseye. Eagle McMahon. That is certainly not the line he's going for, but he's going to smile as he's going to be picking up a birdie on hole 1.
He must have hit off a tree right there. That was his tactic, and so for it to straighten out like that, I think he got a good kick.
I think so too.
Niklas Antilla!
For those of you who have not seen Niklas play, this is a young player from Finland who has it all. He is a uber controlled player with a great putt, a great routine, and a very smooth release.
Yeah, Niklas really exaggerates getting around the disc. He's the highest rated player in Finland, 1030 rated heading into this event.
Yeah, that's a high rating in Finland. They don't get to play as much with the highest rated players. Sometimes getting a high rating helps a little bit when you're on the tour with all the 1050 rated players. 1030 rating in Finland is pretty big. Here we get to see the young player from Czechia, Jakub Semerad, who had a great run last week in the Sula, falling up just short to Greg Barsby in a playoff. Saw this kid play a few years ago in Konopiste, and now we get to see him 4 years older than that, and now he is a much more solid player.
And Jakub is going hard here, and third bullseye hit for this lead card.
That is how you want to see this hole played. One of the easier holes on the course, but something about the pressure of starting the major with all the crowd behind you, it is a little bit more difficult than it is in practice. This year, UC decided to elevate the basket on hole 1. There are several changes to this course. Most of them are minor. There's one semi-major change on hole 15, but we'll get there in the back 9.
Yeah, and another notable change is the baskets. You can see that they have the updated disc golf park basket with the deeper tray.
This hole is brought to you by Pudistamo, one of the event sponsors. We're actually enjoying one of their natural energy drinks right now.
Yeah, it's got me amped as well as this coverage. I mean, I can't wait to to watch what unfolds here. I mean, seeing Eagle McMahon return and for him not to be throwing forehands.
This is a forehand-friendly course in the past. We have definitely seen a lot of forehands from this champion, Paul McBeth, and other players who've done well in this event. And this is a great hole for it right here. Hole 2 is a par 3, 381 feet. And there's essentially only two options here if you want to get the birdie. It's going to be a big forehand hyzer over the out of bounds or backhand roller. You don't see really many backhand air shots getting near the screen.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a headwind, maybe slight left to right. His tee shot was playing tough. I mean, into the headwind, the forehand can get a little squirrely. You don't want to roll your wrist and find that early OB. And Paul's going force here.
Look at the crowd gather on day one. Paul's got this. A lot of hyzer. This is going to come up pretty short. About 50, maybe 45 feet away. We'll call meters this weekend since we're in Finland. That's 14 to 15 meters away.
He's going lefty.
Yes, he is, Nate.
Cloudbreaker 3 lefty backhand from Eagle.
Oh, I love
This
to
is
see it.
incredible.
Inside.
He's in the circle.
Not just in the circle, he's nearly parked. That is just, it's pretty mind-blowing stuff to see him be able to be that versatile.
He continues to tell an incredible story for himself, Jeremy. I mean, he really is like an anime character.
I mean,
He throws lefty.
he's sponsored by this magnet whose motto is reinvent your game, and that's what he does continuously. And there's the roller from Niklas. This needs to turn over quick or be very understable, and I think he's got a very understable disc.
Missed the stakes.
Oh yeah, and that's rolling around the backside. It's going to be a really difficult putt. Unless he got lucky onto the left side of that bush, he might not have a look. But if he does, he's only a few meters away. That should be an easy birdie if he's got any look at the basket.
Oh, and even the Latitude 64 players are getting the Simon dies.
Yeah, I love those two-toned half dies. Those are really cool looking flying.
I actually gave Simon that disc. First round PD.
McBeth for
Oh.
Was there anything not perfect?
Did that look like a 20-footer to you as well?
And that's what Paul does.
I mean, he was so relaxed. Just put that putter nice and flat into the wind. That was a comfortable 50-footer right there.
Kind of a statement-making 50-footer. Jakub for his par off left side chains an early bogey, unfortunately. Will offset the birdie he had on one, and Eagle for a lefty birdie. He did it in the President's Cup the day before, and he's done it again, even closer this time.
He is a transcendent athlete.
Yeah,
Who uses their offhand at a major?
I've seen it used before by several players, but I don't think I've ever seen someone just say, you know what, I'm going to go 381 backhand with the offhand. And that's fantastic. Niklas was around the tree, had an open look, and he taps into his birdie, and unfortunately, Jakub will surrender the bogey. Nate, we have a new par 5 here on hole 3. Walk them through what we have.
Yeah, so we had one big mature tree go down. So UC decided to add that little bit of OB, making you decide whether you're going to try and throw 380 feet to land safe. If you do that, you can attack wide hyzer or try and go low through these pines right here. And this basket is also elevated on the energy drink, and there's OB just behind it. This is a really difficult par 5 with OB all up and down this fairway.
It's got eagle opportunity written all over it, but the problem is if you get out of bounds early, trying to go for that second landing zone, you can just really find OB on any shot, even on your approach. And with this new elevated basket, even putts can go out of bounds.
Paul going force here again.
Yeah, he's getting aggressive. This is turned over right, and I like this. You want to get over to that right side. If you really want to attack the eagle, those trees, that is, in my opinion, that's perfect. If you were inbounds, but you're on the left side, you don't really have the angle that you'd like to attack the pin, but Paul now has a good opportunity.
And we've got a slight tailwind here. Eagles going PD.
I like the play for the disc and just creeping back in bounds. You don't need a big distance driver at the 380 clearance. But like I said before, you really do want to get the disc to turn right.
Niklas, again, going roller. Have not seen that play on this hole, Germ.
I do like the play quite a bit because once again, look where he's at.
What a shot.
Yeah, I just think that if you can control it out towards the spectators and not Niklas did not. He actually went straight down the middle, but that disc was so understable that he put a lot of cut on it. It didn't really roll out too far to the right, but a more traditional roller might need to stay out towards the crowd and then come back in bounds.
Oh, that's wide from Jakub. That needs to...
Yeah.
It's flexing out too early.
Watch out, crowd. Fortunately, no one was hit. That will be an early out of bounds, and this is where the decision really makes this hole hard. Like, how much distance are you trying to bite off now? Are you just trying to save the par? I mean, if you do, I think that's really the only option you have from this far back.
That's to sit, Germ.
I think this is leaking out of bounds, Nate.
And he'll be throwing 5 from right there. He's looking at a 6 best case scenario if he can get up and down through that low gap.
It'd be really impressive up and down from that left side. And look at the angle you have from back here. A little bit early sawed off from Niklas.
Is that green? That's gonna be close. He's just past it.
Yeah. You have to get past the early stuff on the left, and once you do, it opens up towards the tennis courts. This is a little high. Yeah, getting knocked down, but again, that's in that left side area. That's fine. Shouldn't be too difficult of an approach from there.
Ball going force again.
Is it the same disc or is it a slightly different one?
Past the fence.
Oh,
he's in the circle.
Perfect.
That's going to be for Eagle, looking tailwind putt, uphill, straight at the OB though.
That's it. It's a scary putt, but an eagle look coming up for Paul. Oh wow! Look at the ramp. What a shot from Jakub.
Sick. That's a tough shot from over there with the ceiling and the hill.
The row of trees as well. I mean, you have to pick a gap and really commit to it. Nothing other than a layup coming up from Niklas, but he is gonna wish he gave that a little bit more. That's a long putt for birdie.
This is a mean green here on 3, Jeremy. I mean, you got that little hill, and the OB is only 5 meters deep at this point, if that.
It's right there. It gets there quick. And we're showing Niklas first. He connects on the birdie putt.
And Eagle to maintain perfection through 3.
Wow, what a start at the major.
What a shot from Jakub. I mean, throwing 5 from 330 feet away with the row of pines, a ceiling.
Saving just a bogey is, that's terrific with 2 out of bounds.
We're crossing the street, headed to a par 4, 610 feet. Walk us through this one, Jeremy.
Well, you have the right to left slope, as you can see here, and once that disc starts moving down the left, it doesn't want to stop. So players have to choose a disc that moves from left to right, which I think is the biggest fairway. Forehand flip up is a great play, also backhand roller, but you will occasionally see a backhand fairway or mid-range thrown just to try to get the disc to turn slightly, but just go straight. From there, we have actually moved this basket back about 10 meters which I didn't notice at first. Someone in my car was asking me about it, and I said, no, it's in the same spot. We got up to the green, we realized, no, it's moved back just a little bit, and that little bit of extra distance really makes this approach that much harder.
Now, one of the iconic holes out here, these birch trees lining this gap.
And Paul is going roller. He's going inside. This is looking so good, Nate. This needs to roll back to the right. Oh my gosh, you couldn't go down there and place it in a better spot if you. That is
I
incredible.
haven't seen that. That was a heat from Paul.
Paul discussing the shot with his longtime caddy Eunice, who has been caddying with him on at the Beast since he was 12 years old.
And this is a Nate Perkins signature series Zen right here that
Oh.
was rolling.
Shameless little plug. Why not? That's a great roller for Eagle up the hill on the right side. Niklas with a great start. He's at 2 under and connecting on a branch that I'm sure he could not see from the tee. A bit of a bad break, but that was too high. Not exactly what he wanted.
Jakub going getaway here. Great angle out of the hand.
Yeah, and not too much Anheuser, so that's just going to settle in the middle. That's a beautiful throw.
Certainly out of position here.
Oh, this could be. Oh, it's okay. I thought at first it had more angle, but if it has any angle at all with that much speed on this hill, it is going to take off down. I think that should be fine, but I'm not sure if that rested anywhere near the fairway. I couldn't quite see the result.
And gets
Look
back
at
on
this.
edge. What a crafty
Look at this.
shot.
Beautiful angle control. It is so important going into this hillside that you don't have too much hyzer or too much Anheuser. You want just a bit of that nose up skip, and it's exactly what Jakub had there.
Eagle kind of misfires out there. Leaves that one outside the circle.
Yeah, but I mean, without the forehand, it's not. I don't know what you can really do from there. Right? Up the high right side. Oh, okay. It's okay. Eagle, even though it was a little bit of misfire, still got clean and is looking at the edge of the circle, I believe, for a birdie putt. Not a bad result from Niklas after the second shot, but he has got a little bit of work left for the par. We'll have to see how much that tree gets in the way. So Eagle goes down to the knee.
Wow. From the knee, 4 for 4, Germ. He hasn't played since April. Oh my goodness.
When I got the call to be the captain of the President's Cup, I called Eagle to ask him how he was doing. And he said, I want to play. Oh, and Niklas wants to play. Beautiful putt through the tree, over the rim and in. And I said, Eagle, it's not my position to tell you that you can't play. If you say you can play, then you're playing. You made your way on the team.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Paul, 5 down through 4, just your casual 5 down through 4, Nate. We've 9 downs. 9 down through 4 holes for Paul McBeth and Eagle combined.
And tap in birdie for Jakub.
Wow. We're seeing some pretty good disc golf right now. Hole 4, or hole 5, Nate.
Oh, it's just 328. You're looking straight at the pin, headed slightly downhill. And as you can see, this fairway slopes from right to left. It's really tough to get something to land inside the circle here, especially with that backhand. It's so touchy. If it hits with any edge, it rolls down. You will see some forehand shots on this hole.
Yeah,
Another just iconic, very simple par 3.
right there in front of you. That's one of the things about the par 3s, most of the par 3s here in Nokia. The par 3s are right in front of you.
Yeah.
But how do you get a disc to sit on this green? Paul's going to try it with a Luna.
It's online. Will it check up?
I mean, that's just what it does. It just works its way down the hill. He'll definitely have a putt, but that is so difficult. You can see that this looked perfect all the way down to the ground, and then once it hits, where's it going to go?
Yeah. I mean, Eagle's actually going Rainmaker here.
It's his signature putter. Look how that thing must be incredibly flippy. Oh, another decent break hitting the stump. That still had some momentum behind it.
Now it's going Harp.
There are some backdoor lanes, as you can see, in the right side of the trip to fairway, but that was way too early of a turn for Jakub. That'll be a touchy little approach. And let's see how straight of a disc Niklas is going with. It's turned over down the hill.
Will it climb it?
They do sometimes. It's not, it looks like it was set up well for the forehand. Jakub's going to hit that early tree. He's going to have circle's edge putt for par.
Did you ace this 1 year?
I aced it last time we were here in 2019. Yes, I did.
Big Germ Thunderbird.
Big Germ Thunderbird.
I remember that.
Yeah, thank you. I believe it was first round too. It was just one of those. Anyways,
That's a scary putt to run right here. If you miss that, it can get on edge and roll down across the tee pad of the other hole.
We typically don't like to say good putt or good bid for missed putts, but 2 in a row, we can probably say that now. That was a good bid from Paul and a really good bid from Niklas.
That had a lot of right side chains right there.
Can't blame the basket on that one. That was just a little bit too far right. But Eagle,
McMahon, 5 for 5.
I mean, so's Paul. Paul's going to tap in his par and be tied with Eagle, who hasn't missed one yet. Wow, what a start we are having here. And Jakub off the right side chains again. There will be no pars on Jakub's card after 5 holes. A good return putt. That really moved its way down the hill. That could have gotten ugly. And what a beautiful day we have here in Nokia, Nate. I mean, look at the weather is it's a little warm for a lot of the Europeans that are from the Scandinavian area who aren't used to it, but a lot of the American players are feeling right at home. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful city, and once again another incredible venue to host this major championship. On to hole 6 here, par 3, 328 feet. Once again, another one of those signature par 3s that's right there in front of you. It feels like it's so close you can reach out and grab it, but you got a few trees down the middle that keep you honest having to throw a straight shot. The play is just to drive a disc even higher speed than normal, just to bury it into these chips. You're not going to go long on this hole, so might as well give it a full toss.
These are the exact same distance, 100 meters each.
Yeah, this one's going uphill, last one was going downhill, so it's a completely different disc.
Eagle going MD1 here.
Early release, I think the perfect streak is over, folks. It depends on where he kicked. That could get ugly.
His putter hasn't touched the ground yet.
Maybe he should have thrown putter. And that is what you're looking for right there from McBeth. No surprise. That is into the bullseye once again.
Undertaker from Paul. Niklas going S-line PD here.
A little bit too heavy on the hyzer, but a good kick back to the middle.
Niklas is one of the players I reference, as well as Eric Oakley, for a player that reaches away from their body. He turns his shoulders, but then if you watch, he doesn't reach back. He reaches away from his body.
Jakub asking for a little love, and I think he has received it, and he may continue this birdie bogey trend as he's got about 5 meters left. Eagle in a situation he might otherwise throw a forehand. Going putter. Oh no, look at that.
Why did that roll? It landed flat on the wood chips.
And when a disc lands about 30 feet away from where you're standing, A little frustrating.
That is a strange one.
Yeah, and Eagles' perfect streak is going to come to an end with a bogey. And Jakub will indeed continue the birdie bogey trend. He is at even now through 6 with 3 birdies and 3 bogeys. And Paul will just tap in his easy birdie. That brings him to 6 under through 6 holes. And that's a frowny face bogey for Eagle. Who, like I said, he in a situation where he's not hurt, he is going forehand turnover there all day long. Having to go with the backhand, it's a little bit too much hyzer on that hillside, and anything can happen. But normally those wood chips want to collect the disc.
Have you noticed the speed limit signs here in Finland? If you go too fast, they do give you that.
The frowny face. They do. That's a new thing. I don't remember that from years past. But is this drone footage going backwards? That vehicle is certainly going backwards.
Was it?
It was. Hole 7 is at par 4, 568 feet with danger, danger, danger to the right side. You must hit this gap if you want to have any look at birdie or par. All these birch line the fairway, and there are a couple of pretty fair lines as you throw your approach. But if you're off the middle of the fairway, it's a lot of tricky approaches that lead you to this very precarious green that has a very scary slope to left to right, and then a drop off that takes you almost straight down to the water if you go down the hill.
Yeah, you need some speed control coming into this green.
McBeth, he's going with an onyx.
That's right.
And he is pushing this to the left side, connecting on an early tree, and now is when you have to find the scramble in your game.
Yeah, that wasn't enough distance, I don't believe. You don't have to shape this one. We see a lot of players try and flip it up and shape that fairway, but if you just blast it up and on the left side,
You love life.
yeah.
Jakub kind of did that. He's up to the left side of the fairway.
Niklas going S-line DD3.
Needs a little love here at the end.
Ooh.
Oh, just hyzering in front. And again, that's off the center cut of the fairway, but I think up the hill is pretty okay.
Yeah. Eagle going Cloudbreaker 3 here. That's an ideal tee shot. Keep
My goodness.
way up there.
He's where the spectators are standing. They're standing there because they feel like they're out of the way of the players. That's how far he threw it.
Yeah.
The event staff out here is terrific. A lot of volunteers giving their time to witness a spectacle that's 3 years in the making. We have not been back here for 3 years, and we have missed this place.
Been that long.
It's been too long.
I've been looking forward to this event, and that was a wasp from Paul. Almost had the angle, needed a little more turn out of the hand. Yeah, I mean, 3 years is a long time. I think this is one of the premier events in our sport.
And it's one of the premier courses. I mean, many players will have this on their list of favorite courses. It's certainly been on my top 5 for a long time. And Jakub, he's loving life right now. That is a great angle control. A lot of players will put too much hyzer out of the hand early. He really forced the anhyzer to hold the disc left, let the disc fade downhill naturally on its own at the end, and he is rewarded with another birdie coming up.
Niklas going mutant here. This is a touchy shot.
Sit down quick, and it does, and rolls also right outside bullseye. That is a fantastic approach. Eagle might just have a jump putt down the hill. He got so far. Let's see what he's left with. He's going to go with a little backhand, super anhyzer angle. Did you see how far up the fairway he was?
Yeah, almost.
He had to throw the disc 90 degrees right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't think he's lost too much speed.
No,
as far as the right hand backhand goes.
Yeah. His left hand backhand, maybe it suffered a little bit of distance. But McBeth will be taking a par.
You know, I've heard the question posed before that should you have separate PDGA numbers for
lefty
and righty? And I think the Eagle kind of
No. The answer is no.
advocate for certainly not.
No. You do not. Unless you throw on like one of those masks that gives you like a mustache and a big nose, then you might be able to. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a major.
That's good.
Let's button up.
And Niklas likes to just pitch these in
Yeah.
from his distance. Doesn't have to get it online with the spin.
And honestly, a great start. Niklas is, he's not birdied everything, but he's no bogeys, 3 under, and just staying under par on this course is key because the back 9 is where things can get really tricky, specifically the last 4 holes. There's not that many birdies in those stretches. So if you want to shoot a good 7, 8 under par, or even better, you have to do it in the early section of the course.
And hole 8 is arguably the easiest hole on the course, 72 meters with a slope. This basket is elevated, so you do have a little bit of pressure to put this one close because you really don't want to be putting from circle's edge.
No,
with
not
this
at all.
hill. They like to roll, and there tends to be a lot going on here as well with the road and with players crossing the street to get to hole 4's tee pad, which you see right there.
It's not even arguable, Nate. This is easily the easiest hole in the course, and it's by a wide margin. 2.4 average. Just a simple uphill hyzer. This tee pad has moved since the last time we were here in 2019.
Yeah, it used to be like a little gap that you had.
Yeah,
to
it hit a
straight
gap.
shot.
And I believe something changed with the infrastructure of the park, which is what required and necessitated a tee change. But this is certainly one that the pressure here is you must birdie, and that sometimes is an uncomfortable pressure. Niklas throwing a little bit short, but those two from Jakub and Niklas are just fine.
It's a mutant from Niklas. Eagle going Racer Claw 1.
And skipping up the hill. The skip is a nice play on this hole because it takes a lot of that extra momentum out of the disc, lets it just do its natural thing and circle up.
Buzz from Paul.
Very smooth, very controlled. Really not much else can happen other than that right there. So all the players did what they need to off the tee, but Jakub and Niklas have a little tiny bit of work left.
And then look, he's going from the pitch. This is about 5 meters, and look how he just kind of keeps the hand straight, doesn't really curl the wrist, and keeps the arm straight too. Just pitches it in there.
The pitch putt is fantastic. If you're ever a nervous putter, you're able to recreate the motion. Jakub going with a
Anti-pitch putt.
Yeah, that is all spin, a short follow through, kind of like what we see with Gannon Burst sometimes, just
Sure.
pitching it straight in there with a lot of speed. And that putt is the one that I feel breaks down in pressure situations if you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
However, if
Have
you
to
are
get it
feeling it,
online.
that putt extends the range way longer than that pitch, obviously. So
You
there's
live and die by the spin.
exactly. You're going to see a star frame here on hole 8. Not surprising, this hole averaging 2.4 and was birdied by nearly 70% of the field.
Wow.
If there was ever a must get in a major championship, it's hole 8 here at the Beast. Standing on hole 9, this is a par 3, 338 feet. The drone is going down the middle, but these guys will not. This is an outside forehand hyzer that needs to skip and just miss those trees on the backside. There is out of bounds on the right side, so if you put too much hyzer or too much speed, you can certainly find that out of bounds quick. And I say that no one's going to go down the middle, but I'm thinking actually Eagle may.
Either that or lefty.
That's the one play I'm interested in. I don't know what they're going to do, and maybe even Jakub might. No, he's going forehand as well.
OptoX Ballista Pro. Just needed to flatten out just a bit and then miss that
Yep.
birch.
Absolutely
Get
perfect.
in the foot golf hole.
Oh, that's so good.
It's like as good as an ace, right?
It-
For the soul.
It just does. And if you see the disc disappear into the foot golf hole,
It's a good day.
you're throwing up your hands and celebrating like you aced it.
Yep. DD3 from Niklas.
The play is to just miss the first tree there on the right side, or the right side of the left gap. But Niklas going even wider. Oh, yeah. These guys are making this look a little easier than it really is. I think there may be one tree missing on the left side of the fairway that made this hole a bit tougher in the past.
Yep, you're right. We are missing one, and he is going force over here. Razor Claw 1.
Yeah, down the middle. And that's really the only option there is if you... Oh, my gosh. He's a marvel.
It's incredible, Jeremy. I mean, never would he throw anything but a forehand right there.
The versatility is
Just
just...
such intuition. And look at the slip right there.
He gets away with it.
Yeah,
Kind of sit down.
they put sand.
Okay. And that is in bounds, but yeah, the big slip from McBeth.
Yeah, that's actually the first slip we've seen. They did put some sand down on these pads because it was raining all week. And it doesn't matter for Paul.
No, it doesn't at all as he moves to 8 under.
He's
on the
got
front
that
nine.
look. You know what look I'm talking about? Like the clenched jaw.
I'm gonna tell you what that...
The McBeast like face.
The-
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. You know what that face is? When...
I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
What is it though?
If you see that face, that means you're going to lose
Yeah.
because it's not you making the face. Eagle McMahon, he doesn't have any intentions of losing. He's 7 under with a
Not
bogey,
near that face.
all birdies, and one unfortunate roll away. My goodness.
You know, a lot of people took the under on the Eagle McMahon 9 birdies for round 1. I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
Well, you know, they've got the pit picks now that they give you the odds on Eagle McMahon and Paul, and they give you the odds on every player. And they said Eagle McMahon over and under on 9 birdies. And everyone's like, well, he hasn't played in months. We're going to take the under.
Well, that ends the front 9, and that was a silly bet for people to take, as Eagle McMahon has shown them he's got 8 birdies through 9 holes. Jakub finally gets his first par of the round with a little bit of a nervy putt, and Niklas with 5 under as well. And a normal card, Niklas is looking like he's shredding, but he is actually trailing the leader right now by 3. Eagle is just 1 back, and we have 9 more holes to come for the first round here at the Beast.